because unfortunately during the summer we see so many news articles about children drowning or people drowning that didn't know how to swim. So we like to give the opportunity for people to learn how to swim.
And I think parents certainly, if you have a child that doesn't like the water, I still think the best thing you can do is try to give them those lessons, because the adults that I know that are afraid of the water are deathly afraid of the water.
Right, they are.
And you mentioned though that you do have classes for adults as well.
We do. We teach it, like I said, 6 months with their parents in the water through senior adult. And we have taught quite a few actually senior adult lessons that just, some don't know how to swim at all, and some just want to improve their stroke or learn how, they can swim, but they're not sure about turning their head and breathing and learning how to do that. So all different levels, from beginner to advanced.
And lifeguards, there's a lifeguard on every corner out here at Francis Meadow. No shortage of lifeguards.
No shortage of lifeguards this year. In fact, we have over 75 lifeguards on staff this summer.
Tell us about the training and what they actually have to go through.
They go through extensive training, over 40 hours of training for lifeguards. And we also test them during the season. They don't just go through their training and then they get a job and they sit up in the chair. We have mock drills that we post and let people know that while you're here at the facility, there could be a drill going on to see how the lifeguard's going to react to a life-saving situation.
If someone is interested in registering for swimming lessons through Park and Rec, what should they do?
They need to come in to Francis Meadows or to the offices on Green Street, or they can call, or they can do it over the internet.
Okay, so certainly very convenient. We're
Right.
at least in one of those places at all times. So swimming lessons will continue how long?
Swimming lessons will continue throughout the summer, and then we go to private lessons after the summer ends. So we have group lessons during the summer, private lessons the rest of the year. So we teach all year round.
One of the great benefits for the students at Gainesville Middle School, which is right next door to Francis Meadows Center, is that those students were able to come over here throughout the school year. All the sixth graders, I understand.
Right, in partnership with our partnership with Gainesville, the Gainesville school system, we were able to teach the sixth graders as part of their PE credit. We had swim lessons for them. So we taught well over 500 kids swim lessons this summer, and I can say that probably 95% of them had never had a swim lesson before and could not swim.
Well, what a great facility to be able to learn in and just to be right next door to Gainesville Middle School. We talked about the business of swimming lessons because it is important as a life-saving tool. Let's talk about the fun part, the outside part, or the
splash zone.
More fun, more
Right.
fun, if you will. This is fun. That's even more fun, I think, being outside the splash zone, just our very own water park right here in Gainesville, Georgia.
Right. This is a great water park because it's separated into two different pools, if you will. One for the smaller children. It has a 0 depth entry and it's 1.5 feet deep. It has a lot of interactive things for the kids and has a non-slip surface for them to go into. And then for the larger kids, if you will, myself included, we have the slide area, which we have 2 3-story water slides. And those are a lot of fun. One is open and one is enclosed.
Somebody said at the end of the show you were going to go down the water slide.
I thought you were going down. We'll go together. And we also have a swirl pool area and then a current channel, and the kids love it. It's 3.5 feet deep.
Now you say 0 depth entry, and I remember when we were talking about Francis Meadows, I always wondered, what is that? And that's basically where you just walk off the sidewalk, if you will, right into the water.
Right, it just gradually declines down into the water.
So if you just want to wade around a little bit, or you're not very tall, like me, it's very safe, very safe for us. How busy have you already been? I know you set records last summer.
We did.
How are you shaping up for this summer?
We've been busy this summer too. We have a lot of camps that come in, a lot of groups that come in, and we try and stagger those during the day because we have a lot of public coming in too. So we're a very well-used facility, but there's plenty of room for everyone, so we invite everybody to come.
And swimming parties, that's another one of the great features here at Francis Meadows.
Right, we do birthday parties year-round, but we seem to attract a lot more parties when the splash zone's open.
So what do parents need to know if they're thinking about a swimming party? How much does something like that cost?
We have 3 different packages, anywhere from $100 to $260. So, they come in and choose their package, and we pretty much do everything for you except bring the birthday child and the gifts and have a great time while they're here.
That sounds like a lot of fun, and certainly just a great place to be for the summertime. And another part of your job is coordinating the Summer Community Theater. Right. Gainesville Parks and Recreation presents this each year in cooperation with Pam Ware and the Warehouse at Gainesville High School. And you are just a few weeks away from another great show.
We are. Mid-July we are having Bye Bye Birdie is what we're doing this year. And the characters have been working on it throughout. They started in May with rehearsals and have been working on it, and we have quite a large cast this year too, so it should be a lot of fun.
Well, Joan, we actually took just a few moments to hear from some of the characters and just to kind of let them kind of set the stage for us and what Bye Bye Birdie is all about. So we'll take just a moment to watch that.
Don't be upset, Miss Alvarez. All men can't be like that.
Oh, every one of them. Except maybe Albert Schweitzer, and I'm not his type. Oh, Kim, they're all the same, from puberty to senility, from Benedict Arnold to Mussolini.
You know, I never understood why Ingrid Bergman married him in the first place.
Egotistical, selfish human beasts.
Then what are we poor women to do, Miss Alvarez?
Use them. Let them be our playthings while we live. Drink from the cup of life. Mix the potion strong and drain it to the dregs. How do you like them apples, Mr. Peterson?
Do we need them? No, we don't. Do we want them? No, we don't. Will we leave them?
No, we won't. Tell me, what did I say that for?
What did we ever see in them? How could we ever think that they were nice? Take it from us, we paid an awful price. It was rough from the start. Broken tastes, broken nails, broken hearts. What did we ever see in them?
I'm Fancy Pettit.
And I'm Emmeline Whitehead.
Don't miss Bye Bye Birdie, presented by the Pam Ware Summer Community Theater and Gainesville Parks and Recreation, July 14th through the 17th at 7:30 p.m. at the Gainesville High School Warehouse.
Tickets are $15 for adults and $10 for children and seniors. Buy your tickets now at the Gainesville Civic Center or on the night of the show. For more information, call 770-531-2680. See you at the warehouse.
Joan, looks like Bye Bye Birdie is something we definitely want to make sure we see this year.
We do, and just one more thing, July is Parks and Recreation Month, so we want to make sure that everybody participates somewhere, somehow, in a Parks and Recreation activity, or just come out and enjoy the parks.
Well, certainly when it comes to parks, we've got it all right here in Gainesville, Georgia, really do. And Gainesville Parks and Recreation, also, let's go ahead and give a big plug, since it is Parks and Recreation Month, that you all are, I lost count of how many times you've been named Agency of the Year in the state.
Right, we've been named Agency of the Year quite a few times. And so,
more than a dozen.
Yes.
Well, certainly very deserving, Melvin Cooper and the staff and all that you all do here at Francis Meadows and the Civic Center and the parks and the grass in front of the Civic Center, I think is just, every day is just a perfect example of how much time and effort goes into the work that you all do.
We have an awesome staff. We definitely do.
Thank you. I guess we're a little bit biased, but that's okay. If anyone has any questions about Francis Meadows or any of the programs that are listed in Gainesville at Play, that's your recreation magazine,
right.
All your programs, all available online. You can register online. But if someone has a question, they just want to talk to Joan Taylor, what should they do?
Give me a call at Francis Meadows, or just send me an email. My email address is also in the Gainesville at Play magazine.
All right, great. Well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Once again, I'd like to thank all my guests for joining me on this edition of Eye on Gainesville. What a great time we've had today here at the Francis Meadows Center and earlier at the Northeast Georgia History Center. You will certainly be glad that you have visited both these facilities this summer. They're open year-round, so you can come at any time, but we're always looking for extra things to do in the summer. If there's a particular issue you'd like to see us discuss, you can write to me at Post Office Box 2496, Gainesville, Georgia 30503. Email pr@gainesville.org or call 770-297-5499. For TV18, I'm Katil Phelps.
You're watching TV18, the government channel for Gainesville and Hall County.